Hello geometry students. Today's learning target is to find all missing angles and sides in a triangle when you are given two sides of a right triangle. So if I look at problem number 1, you could solve for A or B, whichever you choose. I'm just going to circle angle A. We know the 13 is across from the 90-degree angle, which makes it the hypotenuse. The side across from A is the opposite. So that tells me I want to use inverse sine. So we know that the sine of angle A is 12 over 13. You're going to pick up your calculator and type inverse sine of 12/13 in order to get the value of A. Typing that in your calculator, you'll get A to be approximately 67.38 degrees. To find angle B, we know the angles in a triangle add up to 180, or we also know that angle A and angle B add up to 90. So to find angle B, I'm going to say 90 minus 67.38. And doing that on my calculator, I will get 22.62 degrees. In order to find the missing leg, I'm going to call it x. I'm going to go back to the Pythagorean theorem that leg squared plus leg squared is hypotenuse squared. So I'll say x squared plus 12 squared is 100, or 13 squared. So x squared plus 144 is 169. I'll subtract 144 from both sides. We'll get x squared is equal to 25. So x is equal to square root of 25 or 5. So for this particular problem, AC is equal to 5. Let's take a look at another problem, number 2. This time I'll start with finding the missing side. I'll call it x. Again, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. So x squared plus 2 squared is equal to 3 squared. X squared plus 4 is equal to 9. I'll subtract 4 from both sides. So x squared is equal to 5. So x is equal to the square root of 5. So this means that AC is the square root of 5. Next, I need to find angle A and angle B. This time I'm just going to circle angle B. 3 is called the hypotenuse. 2 is the adjacent side. So this time I'm going to use cosine. So the cosine of angle B is equal to 2 over 3. On my calculator, I will type inverse cosine of 2/3. That'll be equal to B. So doing that on my calculator, I get angle B is approximately 48.19 degrees. We know that angle A and angle B add up to 90 degrees. So angle A is equal to 90 minus 48.19. And doing that on my calculator, I get approximately 41.82 degrees. So in both problems 1 and 2, I have solved for the missing side and the missing angles. So let's take a look at one more example. It doesn't matter if you solve for A or B first. I'll just circle B again. We know 4 is the opposite since it is across, and 12 is the adjacent. This time we're going to want to use tangent because tangent involves the opposite and adjacent. So the tangent of B is equal to 4 over 12. So B is equal to the inverse tangent of 4/12. Now that is equal to 1/3. You don't need to reduce that. Doing it on my calculator, inverse tangent of 4/12 gets me angle B is approximately 18.44 degrees. Again, angle A and angle B add up to 90 degrees. So angle A is 90 minus 18.44. So I'll get angle A is approximately 71.56 degrees. And the last thing we need to do is find the missing side, meaning we need to find AB. I'm going to call AB x, and I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So 12 squared plus 4 squared is equal to x squared. 144 plus 16 is equal to x squared. Doing that, I get 160 is equal to x squared. And now I want to find the biggest perfect square in 160. So 160 is 16 times 10. So this simplifies to 4 square root of 10. So I hope we found this video helpful in solving for the missing side and the missing angles in a right triangle.